A man is suddenly summoned by a crazy goddess, but she apologizes and tells him he was summoned by mistake. The man then tells her to return him to Earth, but she admits she cannot because she got angry at the machine that brought him and ended up breaking it. She also apologizes because the machine accidentally erased his body, leaving him as nothing but a soul. To make up for her mistake, she decides to send him to a world filled with monsters, goblins, and dragons, granting him her favor to help him survive. She tells him that she will send him to a place called Mildgard, and that he will have a 17-year-old body, even though he was 40 in his previous life. Suddenly, she hands him an item that signifies he will have creation magic. This magic means he can become an herbalist, alchemist, blacksmith, or carpenter. He then falls into the new world, and we see he now has white hair. He's happy because he has some food, supplies, and a weapon, even though all his stats are at level 1. Most importantly, his hidden ability is having the favor of the goddess Nolan. He starts using magic and is surprised by how it works. Later, as he walks, he finds a log, and according to its description, it can be used to craft various tools. So, he makes a wooden spear, and then collects all the ingredients he finds in the area. Thanks to the magical item box gifted by Goddess Nolan, he stores all the ingredients inside. Suddenly, a young girl appears and hides behind him because a massive horned rabbit has appeared. The horned rabbit charges at him, but the man defeats it with a single blow. As a result, his warrior level rises to 1. The girl thanks him for saving her, and he stores the horned rabbit in his magical bag. The girl introduces herself as Molly, and the man tells her his name is Takumi. Meanwhile, we see other humans who were also transported to this world, and they are now in an empire called Cydonia. Suddenly, a strange woman appears and tells them that she brought them to this world, explaining that they will save it with their powers. She introduces herself as Princess Elizabeth of Cydonia. One of the girls learns the skill of revelation and immediately senses that this woman cannot be trusted. Back in the village, Molly's parents thank Takumi for saving their daughter. They gift him a plot of land in the village and offer to build him a house. However, Takumi uses his powers to clear the land himself, consuming so much magic that it gives him a headache. By the next day, he already has a beautiful little house. Takumi officially decides to become an alchemist. Using his alchemy and the materials he has gathered, he transforms rocks into a steel ingot and spends the entire afternoon experimenting. However, Takumi collapses from overusing his magic, so Molly's mother, Marta, keeps an eye on him to prevent him from doing anything reckless. Over time, Takumi gathers many materials and crafts various tools. Later, he collaborates with a town blacksmith to make a powerful weapon and begins brewing potions. Takumi turns out to be as much of a scientist as Senku Ishigami. One day he eats some strange plants and nearly dies, but thanks to this, he gains the poison resistance skill. At that moment, an armored boar appears behind him. Takumi realizes he cannot harm the boar, so as a last resort to avoid death, he uses an alchemy skill called division to defeat it. Afterward, he heals a spider injured by the boar, and in doing so, tames it. To his surprise, the spider can talk, so he names it Maple. What a cute spider. Later in the village, Takumi brings the armored boar, but the villagers are more frightened by Maple, the spider. Everyone in the village feasts on the boar, while the goddess watches Takumi from her dimension, observing everything he does.